what test data do you use? We gave a couple of options. We see production data, mask data, synthetic data, and other, again, 289 votes, so quite a lot. Just going through this slide, Francis, what's your view on this?
I think it is like, to me, it's an awful lot of work, the first two. It's an awful lot of work. Because if you use prod data, right, production data, what do you do in practice, right? If you use prod data, you will often would like to load your production data into your test environments, right?
Yeah.
Actually, what you do is some sort of a copy from your production to your test. And there, of course, the trouble begins, because you have problems with fitting it into your environment because your test environment is way too small, or you have all kinds of dysfunctionals between your prod environment and your test environment, so your production data will not load. That's your first thing, right? So that's an awful lot of work. My experience is just do a copy from prod, and people will say to me, well, Francis, it will take me just 2 days. It will always take not 2 days, but at least 2 weeks. And then you have to go into your test environment, check out what's going on in your test environment, if everything is still running. So it will cost a lot of effort. It will cost a lot of time to do this. If you do also mask data, so if you're going to mask your data, you will do something extra, and your troubles will be even higher, right? So it's a lot of effort. It seems like an easy step because, hey, the data is there, just copy it into your test environment and that's it. But in practice, it will mean a lot of work from a lot of people.
Right? What I also think is interesting, Francis, but I'm actually interested in your view. I think the answer itself is honest. I mean, using production data is being done by a lot of, well, let's say people. Yeah. But I think that is mainly because they have the perception that using production data is easier.
Exactly, because it's available. It seems available.
Yeah, you have it right there.
Yeah,
it's in the database. All you have to do is copy paste.
Well, yeah.
That's the belief, I think.
That's the belief. Yes. That's one thing. The other thing, what is, of course, an advance for using production data. If you are going not to test in a test environment, but if you're just going to test in production, well, then it is of course pretty easy. And that's also a topic that is going around in the test field, right? Testing in production. But that's a totally different topic from this. What I was saying, it is indeed what you're saying. It is a lot of effort, while it seems very easy peasy, right? Yeah. And I think it's also has to do with, if it's a lot of work, then you will not do that very often. Because every time you do that copy step from prod, and you do your masking, right? Every time you will have those troubles. So what is actually happening with your prod data in a test environment, it will differ in time from your prod data. The most valuable production data is just after the copy in your test environment, if everything is running smoothly. But after a while, for example, I know companies who did it once a year or once half a year, right? Your data becomes old, becomes rubbish, becomes I'm not sure how to say that, but it's become dirty data, right? So that's not trustful anymore, right? It is not reflecting your prod, and that's also interesting because what you said, it seems very easy, but yeah, you do a lot of effort, a lot of frustration there, and after 1 month, you're already off. You're already off prod. So what is your trustworthy and easy peasy stuff there? I think you should do differently.